We begin with breaking news. Oracle out with a surprise earnings announcement, reporting profit in the fourth quarter went up to 82 cents a share and sales increased 1% to $10.9 billion. But the company also announced a stock buyback program of up to $10 billion. Oracle shares spiked in after hours. Now they're trading up more than 2.5%. For more on the latest numbers, I want to bring in our editor-at-large, Corey Johnson, who is on assignment in New York today. So, Corey, we didn't expect Oracle earnings until Thursday. Why the surprise?
I think they just want to keep me on my toes. No, I think it has nothing to do with me. But there was some news out that they might be losing their head of sales, and it broke. A couple analysts wrote about it today, and I think the San Jose Mercury News reported it. So maybe they wanted to get ahead of that announcement and just come out with the numbers, which obviously were ready. But it was interesting to see this announcement. I mean, it even surprised Oracle. If you look in the Oracle website, you actually can see that the site still says, at least as of about five minutes ago, to expect earnings on the 21st. So it's not the 21st yet. You can check your watch. It's not the 21st yet. But Oracle indeed coming with results. And maybe the biggest surprise here is not the timing, but the stock buyback is just massive. And if you look at what's gone on with their stock price over the course of the last year or so, you can see why they'd want to use some of their massive cash hoard and get in there and prop up that stock, reduce the share count, get the earnings per share up, and get the price up. Because the stock hasn't done much, down 12% in the last year. That massive buyback is going to help them save the stock price a little bit.
Corey, what about some of the other headlines out of this today? Oracle Vice President Keith Block leaving the company. How serious is that? Is that indeed a really big deal?
Well, I want to show you two things. I want to show you the hardware sales growth, and this is largely the business that they bought from Sun. The hardware sales, and this is the hardware portion of it, not the service of stuff, this is the growth rate. That's not growth. That's shrinkage, and it's getting worse. Now, they've told us that they're going to get out of the unprofitable stuff and focus on fewer revenues with higher profits, but that's probably a disappointing number for anyone that thought that the worst was over there. And part of that is being recognized by people within Oracle. During the big trial that we covered a few weeks ago, Oracle against Google, Google discovered a document where the head of U.S. sales was complaining about things at Oracle. That head of sales, Keith Block, in the instant messages that he was sending from an airplane, kind of blockheaded in some of his comments. But some of the things he had to say in these instant messages, which became part of the court record, he described their China sales as peanuts. He talked about Mark Hurd, the co-president there. Lots of noise and not much results. And talking about Sun, and again, I just showed you the Sun numbers. We bought a dog. It's dead, dead, dead. So Keith Block, no longer Oracle's problem anymore, but I think what he called out in the Sun results, you're seeing in the numbers in Oracle's hardware sales.
Okay, Corey, thanks for staying on your toes and bringing those surprise numbers